G'day cocktail lovers, it's time for another recipe to go in the book, and this week it's going to be a milk clarified cocktail. I went through a phase of doing these almost every week for the channel, calling it Milk Punch Monday. I space it out a bit more now. This one that became one of my favourite milk clarified cocktails was an attempt to recreate a clarified cocktail I had at the Four Pillars distillery. Prior to experiencing this one, most of the clarified cocktails I made lean to the fruity sides of things because you're putting some fruit juice in usually for the acidic element anyway. My favourite was the Painkiller, which is basically a pina colada with orange juice. Works really well as a clarified cocktail. But this one was an attempt to recreate the flavours of a popular confectionery in Australia, the Malteser. If you're in a part of the world where they don't have Maltesers, I feel bad for you. They're essentially a vanilla malt ball covered in chocolate. I say chocolate in case there are Belgians watching who might get really upset at the stuff that covers this cheap confectionery chocolate. It's not really chocolate, it's chocolate. I'm sure there are quite similar things in most parts of the world. When I was a kid, for some reason, the only time we were able to get Maltesers was when we went to the cinema, and the tradition was rolling the Maltesers down the aisle for some reason. Simpler times. Like I said, my inspiration for this cocktail was one I had at the Four Pillars distillery. It's in a touristy area about an hour or so outside of Melbourne called the Yarra Valley. Lots of wineries out there and an increasing number of distilleries. Four Pillars is a great venue and they tend to have a lot of clarified cocktails on their menu. I found out it's because the owner had invested in a big old centrifuge was out the back, and so he was going to use it, damn it, to make these clarified cocktails. Me, I do the filtering method. It's slower, but it also saves me thousands of dollars. Priorities. I'm also going to take this opportunity to do a little experimentation. With milk clarified cocktails, as the name suggests, you normally use milk. Dairy milk is the most common element in it, but you can use milk-like products. It needs to have a high enough fat content. So the various non-dairy nut milks, if they have a high enough fat content, should work. Coconut milk can work quite well. I've even gone to what some people might think is a weird degree. I've used custard and yogurt as well. The clarification process does two things. First, the curds strip out most of the colour and harsh flavours from the cocktail. You actually end up usually with a radically different tasting drink, which I always find interesting. Second, the milk separates into curds and whey. Technically, it's only curds and whey if you're using dairy milk, but you get something similar with the other products, so let's not overcomplicate things. The whey is added to your cocktail, and whey is more viscous than most cocktails, so it also changes the mouthfeel of the cocktail. It'll be silkier. It's a really interesting texture it adds to the cocktail. Also, the different milk choices you can make will add different flavors and have different degrees of silkiness when it goes into your cocktail. So there's a whole bunch of experimentation you can do there. I am going to experiment with this oat milk. It's being pitched as like the milk they use in cafes, so I think it'll have the right consistency. It has vegetable oils in it to simulate milk fats, so I think it's going to work for our purposes. I'm going to make one version of the cocktail with just the oat milk as the milk element. Then I'm going to do a second one where it's a blend of oat milk and yogurt, which I think will give it a richer mouthfeel. I just want to see how much I can notice the difference. I have no idea how well this will work. You watching along with the experiment means we'll both learn something. It's just like school, except you also get to be drunk. So I guess for some people it's just like school. Now to the actual cocktail. Like I said, I'm trying to recreate the flavour of this vanilla malt chocolate confectionery. I've experimented with a few different ingredients. You don't have to slavishly follow what I do, but with those ideas in mind, I'm sure you have some spirits and liqueurs that you can experiment with. First, in a nod to Four Pillars, I'm using some of their gin. I think the richness of this olive leaf gin will work really well with what I'm trying to do. The recipe also calls for brandy, and I'm using a spiced brandy that I flavoured myself. I think the cinnamon and anise flavours in this will come through in a nice way. There's a few liqueurs I'm using to evoke the confectionery flavours, starting with amaretto. Then I'm adding this macadamia liqueur. Bit of a boutique product, but I'm sure you can find a nut liqueur you like. I'm also using some Licor 43 to get some nice vanilla flavours in there. And of course, we want a chocolate element, so I'm including some brown creme de cacao. For the acidic element, I'm using orange juice, which I've just squeezed because I had some oranges lying around with no peels because I use the peels for garnishes. So got to use some orange juice. Also, while orange juice has enough acidity to do the curdling, it doesn't have the sharp flavor of lime or lemon juice. So I think it will distract much less from the flavors I'm going for. And just before I put it together, my top tips for milk clarification. First, add your cocktail with the acidic element to the milk, not the other way around. If you have a whoopsie and accidentally add the milk to the cocktail, it's probably still going to work, but through long experience, I've learned you get much better, more consistent results when you add the cocktail to the milk. Second, the ratios. You want about 3 or 4 parts of your cocktail to the milk. So for instance, if your cocktail is 100 mils, you want to do 25 to 30 mils of milk to go with that. Remember, if you use higher ratios of milk, you're going to be diluting the cocktail more. You'll still get great flavors, but you won't get as drunk? I mean, that's not a bad thing, is it? There's nothing wrong with occasionally having lighter cocktails, so do a higher milk ratio if you like. Last big tip I want to give you is about how long to leave the mix before you start filtering it. Basically, as soon as you see separation from the curdling, you're good to go. Half an hour to an hour is usually plenty of time. You will see some people online say you have to leave it overnight or 24 hours. No, I've done the experimentation. There's no appreciable effort for leaving it that long, so don't waste your time. Given how long the filtering process can take, any time saved is worth it. And also, the bigger the batch you make, the longer it's going to take. I'm going to give you some ratios. I'm going to make enough to have 2 or 3 drinks of each version of this, but you could scale it up or down as much as you want. Look in the details for here of how to get the ratios right. That sets the scene for our little experiment, so now let's do some science. That's right, we're not drunks, we're scientists. In the mixing glass, I'm putting 60 mils or 2 ounces of gin, then 60 mils or 2 ounces of brandy, then half an ounce or 15 mils of amaretto, half an ounce or 15 mils of macadamia liqueur, half an ounce or 15 mils of vanilla liqueur, and half an ounce or 15 mils of chocolate liqueur. And then I'm adding 30 mils of orange juice. Add all of this to around 60 mils of your milk while gently stirring. After letting it separate, I pour that through a paper coffee filter to get the clarification happening. Another reminder, it's the curds that do the clarifying, not the filter paper. The filter paper is just holding the curds. So the curds need to settle to the bottom, meaning the first amount of drink that goes through will be cloudy as it goes through. So you let it run through for a while, and then when it starts running clear, you pour that bit back through the filter. Alternatively, you can filter the entire cocktail more than once. Once the process is finished and you've got your clarified cocktail, all that's needed is to pour it into your glass, preferably over some sexy clear ice to show off both the ice and the cocktail to best effect. I tell you what, I'm glad I told you I was experimenting, because now I can share with you this bullshit, this stuff, pain in the ass to work with. This has taken 4 hours to get this much to come through. I don't know what's wrong. This sucks. Also, I'm not going to waste this. If you ever have this problem and it doesn't work, me personally, I'm not chucking out my booze. What I will do is later add more booze and more citrus to that, and then add it to some more milk. And this time I'm just using dairy milk, so it'll work and I'll get a thing. But you saw me pour a clear cocktail, and that's because the mix of that oat milk and yogurt worked, and I thought that would be the more difficult combination. So this is why we do experiments, people. There are no failed experiments so long as you learn from them. Also, fun fact, I used coconut yogurt, so with the oat milk, that makes this a vegan clarification, or also good for people who have lactose intolerance, so win-win. But let's see if it worked taste-wise. Oh, it really did. This tastes like a pastry dessert. Not so much like a Malteser, but very much like, oh, just a pastry with a nice sort of cream on it, or a glaze maybe. It's really tasty. Like I said, I had a preference for very fruity ones. This one leans into other flavors, works really well. great thing about the clarification process. I keep learning things, I keep getting surprised, I keep combining new flavors. You can always try something new. Like I said, no failed experiments so long as you learn. And I learned, this is yummy. That oat milk by itself, bad. Combined with yogurt, good. And I'll reclaim the other bit later, but I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this. So I hope you play along and try this yourself as well. Let me know how it goes for you. Or let me know if you've had interesting experiences, what worked, what didn't work, because it's so much to discover. Even I've been doing this for years, I discover new things, but I've discovered I like this, so I'm gonna sit down and drink it. Hope you're looking after yourself. Hope to see you again sometime soon. Until I do, I'll say cheers.